3 Disturbing real thumping horror stories. Thumping is supposed to be painful, crackling fires, quiet nights, and nature all around you. But when the sun goes down and the forest grows silent, something else starts listening. Tonight, you'll hear 3 disturbing true thumping horror stories that prove onto you're deep in the wilderness. Help is far off, and you're never as alone as you think. Thumping is supposed to be painful. Fresh air, crackling fire, and the kind of silence that helps you forget the noise of daily life. But for a man named Trevor, that silence became something far worse. This happened in the summer of 2014. Trevor was 22 years old and had decided to go on a solo camping trip in a remote forest area several hours away from his hometown. He wasn't new to camping. He had done it many times before and enjoyed being alone in nature. He packed his tent, food, and supplies, turned off his phone to save battery, and drove deep into the woods. By late afternoon, he found a clearing near a lake and set up camp. Everything felt normal. Birds chirped, water gently moved against the shore, and the air felt calm. As the sun went down, Trevor lit a fire, cooked dinner, and sat quietly, enjoying the moment. That as when he noticed something strange. Across the lake, on the opposite side, there was another fire. At first, Trevor didn't think much of it. Other campers sometimes stayed nearby. But had felt odd as hostile everything as. No voices. No movement. Just the fire burning in complete silence. As darkness settled in, Trevor crawled into his tent and zipped it shut. He lay there listening to the sounds of the forest. Crickets. In the trees. The occasional splash from the lake. Then he heard footsteps. Slow. Careful. Crunching leaves. They weren't loud, but they were close. Trevor sat up, holding his breath. The footsteps stopped just outside his tent. He waited, expecting to hear someone speak or move on. Instead, there was silence. Minutes passed. Then he heard breathing. Not his own. It was ripped outside the thin fabric of the tent. Slow and controlled, as if someone was standing there, listening to him. Trevor reached for his flashlight and flicked it on, shining it at the tent owl. A shadow appeared on the other side. A human shape. Standing completely still. Hello? Trevor sighed, trying to sound calm. No response. The shadow slowly moved on. Trevor didn't hear footsteps leaving, just the shadow disappearing. He stayed awake the rest of the night, clutching a knife, listening for any sound. Nothing else happened. At sunrise, Trevor stepped out of his tent. His fire pit had been disturbed. Footprints circled his campsite. Bare footprints. They led back toward the lake. When Trevor looked across the water, the other campsite was gone. No fire pit. No tent. Nothing. He packed up immediately and left. Weeks later, he learned that the area he camped in had multiple reports of campers claiming someone watched them at night. No one has ever talked. Trevor never camped alone again. The second story comes from a couple named Rachel and Ben. They went camping together during a weekend trip to a national park. It was supposed to be romantic, just the two of them, far from the city. They hiked for hours to reach a secluded campsite recommended online. When they arrived, something felt off. The campsite looked abandoned, but not all. A broken chair. Burned logs. Footprints in the dirt. Ben suggested they leave, but Rachel didn't want to hike back before dark. They set up their tent anyway. That night, they sat by the fire talking quietly. The forest around them felt unusually silent. No insects. No animals. Then they heard a whistle. On a short note. Ben stood up. Probably another tamper, he said, though his voice sounded unsure. A few minutes later, they hissed same again. This time, closer. Rachel felt uneasy. Hur old som hon behistling at nicht she askel. Ben shrugged, but he kept glancing into the trees. They went into the tent and zipped it shut. As they lay there, the histling returned. This time it circled their campsite. Each histled same from a different direction. Rachel started crying quietly. Then the histling stopped. Silence. Suddenly, the tent was pressed in hard. Not torn. Not grabbed. Pressed. As if someone leaned their entire weight against it. Ben shouted and kicked out hard. The pressure vanished. Footsteps ran into the forest. They stayed awake until morning. When they looked around, they found handprints on the tent fabric. Human handprints. The park rangers later told them something disturbing. Several hikers had gone missing in that area over the years. Most were never found. Rachel and Ben never went camping again. The final story comes from a former search and rescue volunteer named Mark. Mark said the scariest calls aren't about injured hikers but missing campers. One case stuck with him forever. A family of 4 went camping deep in the woods. Parents. 2 kids. They never returned. Mark's team was sent in after their car was found parked at the trailhead. The campsite was easy to find. Too easy. The tent was still standing. Food untouched. Fire pit cold. No signs of struggle. But there were footprints. Hundreds of them. All around the campsite. Bare feet. Different sizes. As if people had stood around the tent all night, watching. The children were never found. The parents' bodies were discovered eggs later miles apart. No cause of death as determined. Mark said something else happened while searching. On a night, his team camped near the area. Around 2 am, they heard voices calling their names from the forest. Perfect imitations. Mark heard his own voice calling out to him. They were trained never to respond. In the morning, they found footprints circling their tents. Bare footprints. Mark quit search and rescue soon after. He says the forest isn't empty. It's acting. If all made it to the end, then all already know the truth, nature isn't always peaceful. Sometimes the deeper all go into the wilderness, the more all realize all are never truly alone. The forest listens. It acts. And sometimes it follows. If there's disturbing true camping horror stories made all uneasy, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this channel grow and tells me all and to hear more real stories from places where help is far out and danger hides in the dark. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications because every egg over true horror stories that prove real life is far scarier than fiction. No want to hear from all. Have you ever gone camping and felt like something isn't right? Strange noises, footsteps outside your tent, or the feeling of being watched when no one should be there? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might be featured in an upcoming video. Until next time, stay alert, trust your instincts, and remember when the forest goes quiet, it's usually listening.